Oh, okay, this is getting real. You know when he zooms into like an actual like battlefield, that's when it gets real. We are back with another Napoleon series. This is a continuation. I am reacting to the whole entire Napoleon series in chronological order. If you have not seen the other two that I reacted to already, check it out. If you have seen it, let's get right into the reaction.
An Epic History TV BMF Productions collaboration. In 1796, at the height of the French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy. It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after victory, transforming the war in Europe, winning praise from a grateful republic, and forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age. August 1796.
Oh my goodness, dude. I know I say this in like all of my reactions, but I have to look at this map. Look at this map. Oh my goodness, the borders, man. Prussia. Dude, look at Prussia. Thick. Oh, this border with Austria. Oh, that's so bad. Look at that border gore. Poland is gone. Oh, poor Poland. But these borders are ew. The Russian border looks nice though.
The war between France's infant republic and the coalition seems to be tipping in France's favor. In the Vendée, General Hoche has brought the 3-year royalist revolt to an end. This appalling civil war has cost an estimated 165,000 lives and is the
What? That is mad. That is actually mad for that time. Wow.
bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution. Bourbon Spain allies with France. They will combine forces against their common enemy, Great Britain. In Germany, the armies of General Jourdan and General Moreau have crossed the Rhine and are advancing on Vienna. While in Italy, Napoleon's stunning victory at Castiglione has sent the Austrians scurrying back to the Tyrol. Napoleon can now resume his siege of Mantua, the key to Italy. But he'll have to start over. The Austrians have used the interlude to drag away his heavy guns and demolish his siege works.
Whoa, so they're like reinforced in a way. Oh, but I don't think they're gonna get saved this time.
That factor, there's always new recipes. We have our great culinary team.
You directly to your door and is never.
In summer, the pestilential marshes that surround the city are lethal. The Austrian garrison has been decimated by disease, mostly malaria.
Ooh, look at those numbers. Yeah, no, this is. I thought this was gonna be a tough nut to crack, but this seems like it's gonna be pretty easy. We'll see.
General Serrurier, commanding the French siege, also contracts the disease. He returns to France to recover and is replaced by General Sauge. Sickness and a shortage of equipment once more plague the French army in Italy. Even the heroic General Massena asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion. Napoleon rejects his request.
Oh, he's like, no, man, I need you. I need you right now. Not yet.
Despite these problems, the Directory in Paris orders Napoleon to attack as part of a grand strategic offensive against Austria. He is to break through to Innsbruck, join forces with Moreau's Army of the Rhine, then together invade Austria and force Emperor Francis to sue for peace. Napoleon faces an enemy of roughly equal size. So he plans to use speed and concentration of force to fall upon Austrian troops in the Adige Valley and clear the path northwards. His opponent, Austrian Field Marshal von Wurmser, is under immense pressure to relieve Mantua.
Wasn't this the guy in the last reaction video that I did? Wasn't this the guy who literally got shocked? Like, he just got complete shock, and he just, like, yeah, this is the same guy. You're putting him under pressure?
His staff believe that recent fighting has left the French army shattered and incapable of offensive operations. So the Austrians plan to make their own advance.
Again.
Rather than try to force his way past French troops in the Adige Valley, Wurmser will keep Davidovich in a defensive role, while he leads a wide outflanking march via the Brenta Valley and Bassano to reach Mantua from the east. There he will link up with its garrison. And when Napoleon comes south to face him, he will be caught between two Austrian armies. This video is sponsored by Curiosity Street.
I'm broke. I say this in every single reaction that I do. I'm sorry. I'm broke. Alright? And I don't know. If you want to donate to me, donate to me. But I don't have anything set up for donations. Alright, let's continue. That is a hilarious quote. That is I read that in my head. Usually whenever I react to these videos, I just like read the quotes out loud. Well, not really, but I usually pause it and I read it. But that's a funny quote. I do agree with that quote.
The Austrians begin their advance on the 1st of September. French forces begin their advance the following day. Massena pushes up the Adige Valley, with Augereau taking a tougher, mountainous route on his right. General Vaubois marches around Lake Garda to join them, with one brigade crossing by boat.
So, this is like a very interesting terrain to be fighting in. This is like one of the most interesting terrains that I have seen like people fighting in. Let's see what happens. Nothing crazy hasn't happened, but because the last reaction, that was mad. But we'll see what happens here.
The forward Austrian outposts are driven in, and by the 4th, 3 French divisions are converging on Davidovich's heavily outnumbered force near Rovereto. General Victor leads the main attack straight up the road, driving back the enemy center. Meanwhile, French light infantry swarm up the sides of the valley to outflank the enemy. It's a tactic the French will use again and again to force the Austrians out of strong positions in the narrow passes.
Hey, things are getting good, but it's not crazy yet.
The Austrians are driven up the valley towards Davidovich's main camp at Caldiero. As Napoleon remarks, this position should have been impregnable. Sheer mountains either side of a valley floor that's just a few hundred yards wide. A small castle and wall add to the formidable natural defenses.
Oh, come on. How do you fumble this bad, Austria? How do you fumble this bad?
but its defense has been left to a single, shaken Austrian regiment, which is given no time to prepare. When the French hit them with speed and numbers, they give way. Massena's troops break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much longer respite, are preparing dinner.
Oh, come on. Come on, number one tactic in war. Don't get caught when you are eating food. Oh my gosh, that is the worst way to get caught. While you're sleeping and while you're eating food.
The arrival of the French sparks chaos and confusion. The Austrian escape route is immediately jammed with fleeing troops, wagons and guns. The French round up around 3,000 prisoners, alongside 25 guns and 7 standards.
For a hot career, nothing can touch welding. It's an adrenaline-pumping, spark-making.
Napoleon had thought that he faced the whole Austrian army around Trento. But now, speaking with prisoners and locals, he learns that Wurmser and half his army have set off down the Brenta Valley.
Oh, come on, snitching. Why are you snitching? Especially if you're a prisoner. Why are you snitching, bruh? Freaking hell. Come on, like, bruh.
Destination unknown. With typical speed and decisiveness, Napoleon tears up the plan to join Moreau at Innsbruck and orders a pursuit. If he can catch and destroy Wurmser before he reaches safety, the war in Italy will be won.
Oh, I could feel something coming. Something big is coming. Ooh. It's crazy how Napoleon ends up becoming emperor, but here he's just like, you know, still pretty damn loyal to the French Directory.
When Wurmser receives news of the fiasco at Caldiero, his troops are already strung out along the Brenta Valley, with his vanguard approaching Vicenza. There is nothing to gain by turning back. He orders Davidovich to hold the passes north, assuming they are Napoleon's objective, and pushes on to Mantua. But Napoleon is not going north. He orders Vaubois to pursue Davidovich and keep him blocked in, while Augereau's division leads the rest of the army down the narrow, funnel-like Brenta Valley in pursuit of the Austrians. The army of Italy is brimming with confidence and momentum, and marches much faster than the Austrians. A small force at Levico offers
You know, when this music by Epic History TV plays, it's about to get heated.
token resistance before it's bundled down the Brenta Valley. The next day, French light infantry rout a 3,000-strong Austrian rearguard at Primulano, taking most of them prisoner.
Oh, they're just steamrolling, man, and they're so fast. I'm not even there. I can feel the energy. Like I literally have goosebumps on me right now, man.
Wurmser decides to make another stand at Bassano, where the valley opens into flat plains. With Colonel Lannes leading the charge, the Austrians are driven back, then chased into town by Murat's cavalry. Amid panic, chaos and blocked roads, the French take another 2,000 prisoners.
Oh my gosh, Austria. Oh,
Including an Austrian general and 30 guns.
what are they doing with all of these guns? Like, do they have the capacity for these guns? Like,
Wurmser is in disarray, down to 12,000 men, outnumbered 2 to 1, with part of his force retreating in the wrong direction towards Trieste. His only hope is to reach Mantua. The two armies are in a foot race, but for the first time in the campaign, Austrian soldiers outmarch their exhausted French counterparts.
Wow. Oh, wow. This is intense.
Wurmser leaves a small garrison at the fortress of Legnago to slow Augereau's pursuit. Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path at Cherea. But General Ott makes a determined attack and clears the road, taking
The GOAT. The GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. I'm sorry, but still, like, in this moment, I feel so much pity for the Austrians that whenever they actually get a victory, I'm like, oh, let's go. Then I'm like, oh wait, no. I'm rooting for Napoleon. But still, you gotta at least, give them some type of pity.
700 French prisoners and 7 guns. It is a rare defeat for Massena. With the help of a local informant, Wurmser then finds an intact, unguarded bridge across the Tione River and reaches the outskirts of Mantua on the 13th of September. His army has been saved from destruction by the skin of its teeth.
Yeah, but they're surrounded. Is he? Okay, so if I was Wurmser right here, what I would do is I would try to break out and go back up to the mountains, right? These guys gotta go, right? Screw them. I'm sorry. Sacrifices have to be made. I would go back up to the mountains, 100%. I'll link back up because the French army up there isn't as strong as Napoleon right here.
Do you think strength is a gift? It's not.
What soldier could...
Napoleon has failed to prevent Wurmser reaching Mantua. But he knows that if he can bottle him up inside the city, it will put intolerable strain on its supplies. For that reason, Wurmser wants to keep his army outside the city walls, free to maneuver, and, crucially, forage for supplies in the surrounding country.
Alright, so he's still a bit smart, okay.
The next morning, as Augereau accepts the surrender of the Austrian garrison at Legnago, Massena tries a surprise attack at Due Castelli. But it's overambitious. His men have not had time to recover from their long march, and the Austrians fight bravely. The following day, Napoleon launches a much larger, coordinated attack.
Whoa, okay, this is getting real. When he zooms into like an actual battlefield, that's when it gets real.
Sauge's division advances on the right. His troops are soon in heavy fighting with Ott's brigade around the Villa La Favorita. Augereau's division, under temporary command of General Bonne, advances along the Mincio River, trying to turn the Austrian right flank. When Wurmser sends reserves from his centre to strengthen both flanks, Massena's concealed division launches its attack.
Oh! What? How in the world did he not know of that?
Victor and Rampont lead the way with their veteran demi-brigades. Austrian cavalry hurl themselves at the French, but are beaten off.
Oh,
Heavy fighting rages on the outskirts of Mantua for much of the afternoon. Finally, Wormser's centre begins to crumble, and the French take San Giorgio. Much of the Austrian right wing is cut off.
bro. Imagine being an Austrian soldier inside of Mantua, just witnessing this. Like, imagine just watching, and you see that things are not going well. What are you doing? What are you doing in that situation? Or what would your reaction be? Because right now, I'm like thinking in my head, what if I'm an Austrian soldier and I'm inside of Mantua right now? I'm just watching this. I'm seeing that this is going downward. Yo. It really gives you perspective to think of these people. Like, you gotta be put in their shoes, man. Holy crap, man.
Many are forced to surrender, while others flee into the lake. With the Austrian line shattered, Wormser orders his men to fall back to the safety of Mantua's citadel. The troops that were to have rescued Mantua are now trapped alongside its garrison.
Come on. We all know that was gonna happen.
By early October, the French have cut off the city and resumed their siege. Conditions inside Mantua deteriorate rapidly. Disease, wounds and malnutrition kill on average nearly 100 Austrian soldiers every day for 6 weeks.
Fam. I'm bad at math. 100 soldiers a day. So 6 weeks. That's like 10 days will be 1,000. And 20 days will be 2,000. 30 days, 3,000. Oh wow, 6,000 Austrians died. Wow, that is absolute madness. How much is in the whole siege again? I think around like I know like 20,000 Austrians are in the siege and 6,000 died. Whoa, that's bad.
Civilians are reduced to eating rats and horses. Napoleon, meanwhile, returns to Milan, sending his aide-de-camp, Major Marmont, to Paris to present 22 captured Austrian standards to the Directory. But elsewhere, the war has not been going so well for France. Archduke Charles, younger brother of the Emperor Francis, has defeated General Jourdan's army twice in 2 weeks. It and General Moreau's army of the Rhine are forced to retreat back to the frontier. These setbacks mean Napoleon will get very few of the reinforcements he's so urgently requested. He and his men are exhausted. Many of them are sick. They must contain an enormous and increasingly desperate garrison in Mantua.
Break out. Come on. Break out. Like, I feel like whenever you're encircled, right? The best time to break out is immediately as soon as you get encircled. Because sure, your men are very, very fatigued, and they're very tired. But as time drags on, it's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. So break out. Come on now.
With the certain knowledge that the Austrians will try again soon to save the city.
The rocket equation, it's a beautiful thing. No astronaut.
And there are diplomatic concerns which also trouble Napoleon. In Rome, the Pope stirs animosity against the French, citing their treatment of the Catholic Church in the territories they administer.
Uh-oh, Napoleon, don't trigger the Pope.
These now include the Cispadane Republic, formed in part from the Duchy of Modena, which Napoleon has abolished for colluding with the enemy.
So you're over here abolishing whole countries now?
There is also the lingering threat that Naples may rejoin the war at a critical moment to
Oh, I forgot about Naples. In the last reaction that I did, Naples left the war because Napoleon did some talk no jutsu. That was kind of hilarious. But oh yeah, Naples.
stab him in the back. So, to secure his southern flank, Napoleon concludes a comprehensive peace treaty with Naples without bothering to consult the Directory. It's actions like this that feed the whispers in Paris. This popular young general's ambition seems limitless. Might he not one day prove a dangerous political player? But such talk will be moot if Napoleon fails in Italy. That autumn, as Austrian troops march once more to the relief of Mantua, he will face his most skilled opponent yet, Feldzugmeister Joseph Alvinci, the first man to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte in battle. A big
What? Okay. I look forward to seeing that reaction. Oh, what? Oh, yo, this series, bro. Yo, I am so glad that this is how I'm learning about Napoleon, bro, because I don't even know what's gonna happen. I do know a little bit about Napoleon when he invaded Russia, some of that, but I don't know most of it. And learning it like this is so hella fun. Bro, if you like the video, subscribe if you like my Epic History TV reactions, because I'm gonna be posting a lot more reactions to history and whatnot. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to comment if you have anything to comment, and have a good day or have a good night.